Hey guys, what's up? There's a select group of modern RPGs that transcend simple entertainment, shaping the very definition of gamer. That's why today I'm bringing you 10 must-play RPGs for every true gamer, and at the end, I want to know how many from the list you've already played. I'm Matthew, and we're starting the list with The Witcher 3, an open-world action RPG developed by CD Projekt Red, released in 2015, and widely considered one of the best games of its generation. Based on the book series by Andrzej Sapkowski, the game follows Geralt of Rivia, a mercenary monster hunter, on an epic journey to find Ciri, his adopted daughter, while facing supernatural and political threats in a war-torn world. The world of The Witcher 3 is one of its greatest assets, being vast, alive, and immersive. Each area has a unique atmosphere, from dark swamps to vibrant cities, with NPCs that follow routines and react to the player's actions. The side quests are a highlight, often as engaging as the main story, with narratives that explore themes like love, betrayal, prejudice, and morality. The player's choices have significant consequences, which can alter the fate of characters, cities, or even nations, giving real weight to decisions and increasing replayability. The Witcher 3 is a must-play game for RPG fans due to its ability to combine cinematic storytelling, freedom of exploration, and refined mechanics. It set a standard for open-world games, influencing later titles with its mature and detailed approach.
That will often determine if you are hunter or prey. Clear an area of monsters, and you'll witness people settling in, transforming dangerous areas into sprawling hubs where you can buy and sell gear. Hundreds of armor and weapon upgrades await you, but it's the way you fight that makes all the difference. Invest in sword skills to develop special moves. Level up your alchemy skills and gather rare herbs to create potions and bombs. Or master the arcana of magic signs and annihilate your foes with a twist of your fingers.
She's returned, Geralt. After all these years.
In The Witcher Wild Hunt, you take on the greatest contract of your life to track down the Child of Prophecy, a living weapon that can alter the shape of the world.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the second part of the ambitious remake trilogy of the classic Final Fantasy VII from 1997, developed and published by Square Enix. The game continues the story of Final Fantasy VII Remake, following Cloudstrife and the Avalanche group after their escape from Midgar. They travel through the vast world of Gaia, facing the megacorporation Shinra, which exploits the planet's life energy, the Lifestream, and the mysterious Sephiroth, who seeks to achieve divinity. The plot reimagines iconic moments from the original game, such as the visit to the Gold Saucer and Cosmo Canyon, but introduces narrative twists, including elements of multiverse and changes in the order of events. Rebirth's gameplay combines real-time action with strategic elements, enhancing the combat system of Remake. Players control a group of up to 3 characters, alternating between them in dynamic battles that utilize the active time battle system, where basic attacks fill a bar to execute special abilities, spells, or items. The introduction of synergy abilities and techniques allows for combined attacks between characters, adding tactical depth and highlighting the group's interpersonal dynamics. Rebirth is a milestone for RPG fans due to its ability to balance nostalgia with innovation. The reconstruction of iconic locations, such as the Gold Saucer, now a vibrant theme park, and the expansion of the characters' stories, such as Aerith and Barrett, create an emotionally rich experience that resonates with both veterans and new players. The game is essential for RPG fans due to its ability to redefine a classic while advancing the genre. Rebirth not only revisits the epic narrative of Final Fantasy VII, but also expands it with a modern approach that combines fluid combat, a vibrant open world, and a story that provokes reflections on destiny and freedom.
Keep it away from me!
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
Free you yet.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
Elden Ring is an action RPG developed by From Software, known for its setting in a vast open world called the Lands Between. The game's narrative revolves around the search for the Elden Ring, a shattered artifact, and the attempt of its protagonist, the Tarnished, to become the Elden Lord. The game stands out for the freedom it offers in exploration, allowing players to decide the order in which they approach the various bosses and areas, which contrasts with the more linear structure of previous titles from the studio. From a technical point of view, Elden Ring presents a challenging combat that requires precision and strategy, a trademark of From Software games. Players have at their disposal a vast array of weapons, armor, spells, and abilities to customize their characters and adapt to different types of enemies. The level design is another strong point, with well-crafted dungeons and bosses that test the player's ability. The art direction contributes to the immersion, with landscapes ranging from lush forests to decaying ruins, all built with attention to detail. For RPG enthusiasts, Elden Ring represents a significant milestone due to its scale and depth. The combination of an expansive open world, a narrative rich in detail, refined combat, and freedom of choice and progression make it a memorable experience. The ability to shape one's own path and face challenges in distinct ways solidifies its position as an essential title for anyone who appreciates the complexity and immersion that the RPG genre can offer.
We've come across a boss guarding this area. We'll take it on with the help of our co-op partner.
Persona 5 Royal is an enhanced version of the acclaimed JRPG Persona 5, developed by Atlus and released in 2019 in Japan and in 2020 globally. The game follows a group of high school students in Tokyo, known as the Phantom Thieves, who balance their daily lives with adventures in a supernatural world called the Metaverse, where they face shadows that represent the corrupted desires of people. The narrative explores themes such as rebellion, justice, friendship, and self-discovery. Centered on the protagonist, a young man transferred to the city after an incident, who leads the group to reform society by changing the hearts of corrupt adults. The gameplay of Persona 5 Royal combines elements of turn-based RPG with social life simulation, creating a unique experience. During the day, players manage the protagonist's life, attending school, working part-time, developing bonds with confidants, NPCs that unlock abilities and bonuses, and exploring Tokyo. At night, they venture into palaces, themed dungeons that reflect the psyche of their targets, or into Mementos, a procedural dungeon for side quests. For RPG fans, Persona 5 Royal is a must-play due to its captivating narrative, which addresses relevant social issues, such as abuse of power and personal traumas, with a depth rare in the genre. The combination of social simulation and strategic combat offers a rich and rewarding experience, with over 100 hours of content, especially with the Royal Editions.
Saddle up and dance. Baby, take a chance. This kind of girl needs romance. Baby, take a chance. Saddle up and dance. Baby, take a chance. This kind of girl needs romance. Baby, take a chance. Saddle up and dance. Baby, take a chance. This kind of girl needs romance. Baby, take a chance.
Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action RPG developed by CD Projekt Red, released in December 2020 after years of anticipation. Set in the dystopian future of Night City in 2077, the game puts players in the role of V, a mercenary in search of a unique implant that promises immortality. The setting is a megacity dominated by corporations, where body enhancement technology is common and the line between humanity and machine becomes increasingly blurred. The game's RPG system is incredibly robust, allowing deep customization of the protagonist through attributes such as body, intelligence, reflexes, technical ability, and cool. Each attribute unlocks different approaches to resolving conflicts, from direct combat and stealth to advanced hacking and persuasion. The crafting and modification system for weapons and cyberware offers hundreds of customization possibilities, while the multiple skill trees allow you to create unique builds that adapt to your preferred playstyle. For RPG fans, Cyberpunk 2077 represents a must-play experience due to its commitment to branching narrative and real consequences of player choices. After updates and expansions, especially Phantom Liberty, the game reached its original potential, offering technical stability and polish that allow you to fully appreciate its artistic vision. The combination of deep RPG mechanics, a richly detailed open world, and cinematic storytelling creates an experience that sets new standards for the genre. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, released on February 4th, 2025, is the direct sequel to the acclaimed 2018 RPG, continuing Henry's journey in the turbulent kingdom of Bohemia in the 15th century. The game maintains the first-person perspective and the focus on historical authenticity, expanding the game world to include 2 large explorable areas, each twice the size of the previous game's map. The narrative follows Henry as he delves deeper into the civil war that plagues the region, seeking personal revenge while engaging in political intrigue to support King Wenceslaus against the usurper Sigismund. From a technical point of view, the game significantly enhances the previous experience. The combat system remains complex and physics-based, requiring time and dedication to master, with the addition of an expanded arsenal and the need for weapon maintenance. Interaction with the world is detailed. Henry's actions, from his appearance to his dialogue choices, impact how NPCs and communities react to him, directly influencing the character's development. The game's RPG aspects are a central point, with skills that evolve as they are used reflecting the player's playstyle. Whether in combat, stealth, alchemy, or blacksmithing, the progression is organic and interconnected. In addition, the acquisition of new skills can occur through masters and the completion of missions. The perk tree expands Henry's customization options, allowing players to tailor the experience to their preferences, from the ability to distract guard dogs to enhancement in social skills. The way the player's choices reverberate through the game world and influence the unfolding of events contributes to a cohesive RPG experience.
God will take them.
Fucking massacre.
Like a dragon, Infinite Wealth represents an impressive milestone in the Yakuza series, completely transforming into a turn-based RPG while maintaining all the unique essence that made the franchise so beloved. This change of scenery to Hawaii is not just cosmetic. It represents a natural evolution of the narrative, offering a vibrant contrast to the series' traditional Japanese urban environments, allowing developers to explore themes of renewal and new beginnings. The combat system has been drastically improved compared to its predecessor, creating an experience that perfectly balances the physical intensity of previous action games with solid JRPG design. Combat is fast, exciting, engaging, and strategic, with the big difference being the ability to move your characters around the battlefield. Players experience unique combat with dynamic and fast-paced RPG battles, where the battlefield becomes your weapon and anything goes. This innovative system transforms each encounter into a rich tactical experience, where positioning and creative use of the environment are as important as skill selection. For any RPG fan, Infinite Wealth is absolutely a must-have for representing everything the genre has to offer. Deep and emotional storytelling, charismatic and well-developed characters, an innovative combat system, and an impressive amount of quality content.
Not as tough though.
Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who are not as tough as me.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is considered by many to be one of the best RPGs of all time. Developed by Larian Studios, this game is a true masterpiece of the genre, combining a richly detailed world, complex narrative, and an extremely deep tactical turn-based combat system. The Definitive Edition, released in 2018, brought several improvements over the original version, including balancing, a new interface, bug fixes, and an overall refinement of the narrative experience, further elevating the quality of a title that was already exceptional. What really sets this RPG apart is its freedom. You can create your character from scratch, or choose one of the predefined characters, each with their own story and motivations. The choices you make directly impact the story, and the world reacts to your actions dynamically. It is possible to resolve conflicts in multiple ways, through dialogue, cunning, violence, or even avoiding confrontations completely. This narrative freedom places the player as the true protagonist of their journey, allowing each campaign to be unique. Another high point is the combat system. Combining magic, environmental elements, and tactical positioning, the battles are like complex and exciting puzzles. Playing in a group, whether with the CPU or with friends in co-op, local or online, adds even more depth to the experience. The synergies between abilities, the strategic use of the scenario, such as electrocuting enemies in puddles of water or exploding barrels, and the level of challenge make each encounter memorable and rewarding. Monster Hunter Wilds, released on February 28, 2025 by Capcom, is the sixth main entry in the acclaimed action RPG series. Set in the Forbidden Lands, the game features a vast open world with dynamic biomes that change with seasonal cycles, influencing monster behavior and hunting strategies. Developed with the Re-Engine, the game offers stunning graphics and a realistic ecosystem where predators hunt prey and interact with each other, creating an immersive experience. Wilds maintains the essence of the series with 14 types of weapons, each with new movements and combos, such as the lance with instant blocks and the bow with aerial attacks, offering depth for veterans and accessibility for novices. Progression is divided into low rank, more focused on narrative, and high rank, where the classic cycle of hunting, collecting materials, and creating equipment shines. Improvements to the interface, such as an automatic healing system and a grid item bar, simplify the experience without sacrificing complexity. Monster Hunter Wilds is a milestone for RPG fans for combining visceral combat, build-based progression, and a living world that rewards exploration and strategy. The freedom to create unique equipment from collected resources, combined with the diversity of epic monsters, such as the Alpha Doshiguma and the terrifying Reidao, offers an experience that few RPGs match in scale and impact. The emphasis on cooperation and the promise of continuous updates guarantee longevity, while improvements in accessibility make the game an ideal entry point for newcomers to the genre.
Make use of the monster's attack to set it off!
Stand witness to how its existence unfolds.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a colossal RPG developed by Larian Studios based on the Dungeons & Dragons universe, specifically the 5th edition of the tabletop RPG rules. Officially released in 2023, the game is the spiritual continuation of the legendary Baldur's Gate series, which marked the 90s, but now with a new modern, cinematic, and highly immersive approach. With stunning graphics, absurd narrative freedom, and tactical turn-based combat, it quickly established itself as one of the greatest RPGs ever made. What makes Baldur's Gate 3 a must-play for any RPG fan is its deep immersion and player choices. Every decision, no matter how small it may seem, can drastically alter the course of the story, shaping relationships, alliances, and even who lives or dies. The dialogue system is highly reactive, and you can literally resolve conflicts with words, violence, tricks, or magic, as in a real D&D campaign. It's like living a tabletop adventure, but with state-of-the-art graphics and an epic soundtrack. Baldur's Gate 3 is not just a game, it's a transformative experience that elevates the RPG genre to a new level. It respects its classic roots, but innovates with modern technology and cutting-edge interactive storytelling. For those who love RPGs with meaningful choices, strategic combat, and a dense and living world, this game is simply a must-have. It's the kind of work that defines a generation, and that, without exaggeration, goes down in history alongside titans like The Witcher 3 and Divinity Original Sin 2. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and see you next time.
You're a pawn, a slave to forces you cannot comprehend.
Ketherick is a frightening man, but you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having.
Together, we will strike down the Absolute.
Bow before me. Bow before the Absolute. Bow.